Well, here we are again. It's Tuesday. Uh, I think this might be a slow week for the market. Tomorrow is a holiday. Wednesday, the markets will be closed. Futures will trade up to about 12 o'clock or so, but it just makes for a slow day. Today, I made 4 trades, 3 good, 1 awful, and that goes back to why I'm making these videos, to try to hold myself accountable and better myself. Trying to learn from my own mistakes, because if you can't learn from your own mistakes, this is just awful. But the day started. Let me look here, see which one I got. The first trade I made was this morning. It was about 11:20. The market had trended down. Let me pull this down here, and I will show y'all on this other chart here. The market had trended down all morning, and it started out choppy. It was messy. When the market's just up and down in a range, a tight range, you don't want no part of it. All it's going to do is take your money and give you an awful feeling in your stomach. But like I said, the market had come down, and I drew a trend line from the point of this candle to the point of this candle, and I just extended it on out. So what I was looking for, it was for it to come down here and find a bottom and bounce up and break through that trend line. That's what I was looking for. So the market come down, and it bounced up and created this fair value gap, and it kept it going, and it made another one. And it was right on that trend line. So I was feeling pretty confident that that trade was going to work the way I wanted it to. And when I took this screenshot, it actually sold me out right as I took it, and it didn't get my profit in here. So like I said, hopefully before too long I'll do a little better on this. And I got in the trade right here, and I was in it probably about 8 minutes, 7-8 minutes. It got me out. Profit was just barely a little over $900 on that trade. That was a good trade. I felt good. Nothing wrong with that trade. The second trade I took was about 12:15. It was right here. You can see this dotted line, this upper dotted line. That's VWAP. That's the same line right here. Well, it shot through it, and then it come back down and retested it, and that's when I got in. And at this part of the day, I wasn't able to watch the market like I needed to. So I figured I would try to jump in and get a quick scalp, a couple minutes, and get out. And it panned out. By the time it sold me out, that was about $150 trade. I mean, nothing big, but $150 is $150. I'll take it all day long. The third trade that I took was at about around 150. It was right in here. It come down. The market had come down, and there's that same deal, that same trend line. Give me this right here. But well, that same trend line right there. It's going down, volume's going down. When it breaks through, it shot up. Where'd my picture go? And when it pulled back to that fair value gap, which this is just zoomed in, it's the same chart, it's just zoomed in. That's that same trend line right there, going down through there. But I got in off its fair value gap, looking for the upside. I was just shooting for those highs. A quick, safe trade, or I felt was a safe trade. I wasn't trying to get greedy. I wasn't trying to ride it plumb to new high of the day, so it got me out. It was about $170, $180 on that trade. And I was up on the day probably about $1,300. I was to the good. I told myself I'm done. I'm done. It was a good day, but you know, you get a free minute, and that thing on the inside of you, that inner demon, it starts talking to you, and it won over. I mean, it won me over. It ended up, you know, telling me, make another trade, make another trade. And I was like, no, but hell, I ended up doing it anyways. And it turned out being a bad trade. The market had dropped. It dropped dramatically and had bounced back up. Well, I was thinking, today there was another fair value gap right here. But anyways, it had got back into it, and I thought, this market's going to go back down. It's going to drop. So I got in it right here to the downside. I shorted it. And lo and behold, it shot up against me right here. So I sold right here where that red arrow is. And it shot up and it sold me out. It hit my max loss, for that trade, and it sold me out. And as soon as it sold me out, it done what I thought it was going to do. It just dropped. I mean, and it dropped a lot. It don't look like it, but it dropped a lot. And that, I don't know, that triggered something inside of me. And so I started revenge trading because I was like, I'm going to get my money back. And it didn't work out. And this right here is why I'm making these videos, because now that I see this, I'm thinking I was an idiot. I mean, why did I do that? And I still don't know. I mean, it's just some of that. I mean, I've been trading, for 4 years, and I still struggle with this right here. And that is the whole purpose of me doing these videos, to try to better myself, to keep from doing this. Because today, like I said, I was up $1,300 to the good, and told myself I was done. But yet I let that thing inside of me con me into taking another trade, and it ended up costing me. So, which it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but I ended up losing right here where I revenge trade. I ended up losing about $680. So I went from being up $1,300 to just being up $600 and something. I know that's still a good day, up $600, and I'm not complaining about that. But right here, I mean, I have to do better. That right there, I got to work on that, and I know that. And that's something that we all deal with. Because, like I said, it could have been a lot better day, and then I went crazy and just give it right back. So, but I mean, that's why we do this. I know these videos is, I don't know, they're probably not entertaining, and like I said, I'm gonna try to get better over time. I'm just not a good explainer or teacher, but like I said, just stick with me and we'll get through this. I'll get better, and hopefully, maybe I can show you something you don't know, or whatever. But I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video, and hope y'all have a good evening, and thank y'all for watching.